Okay, we are back with another deck profile. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. We're going to be talking about the Musketeers. Or should I say, she's going to be talking about them.
Yes.
With help from him if he has anything to say.
Yes, because this is my new deck, and I have to say it's actually probably one of my favorite decks now. I really love this thing.
Oh, good.
Yep.
So, how about you, Elliot? Any opinions on the Japanese? I mean, the
Japanese?
I have no formal opinion on the Japanese. I'm sure that must disappoint the Japanese. Yeah, that aside, it's a tricky deck. It hurts my head. And I say that being the Tsukiyomi player, so you know it's legit.
The thing is, for me, I understand them pretty well. For me, it's just like, yeah, I kind of get them. Maybe it's because I don't get any other deck ever, but I get them.
Had to hit something.
Yeah. Apparently it was the plan.
It's just proof that there's a deck there's a clan in this game for everybody. So, enough about that talk. Shall we just start it on the starter?
Yep. Alright, Broccoli, the only Musketeer offered starter. She's the grade 3 searcher too, so if you don't hit Cece, or Cecilia, I always call her Cece because of Elliot, but if you don't hit her, you can either search her out, and if you do hit her, just kill her off and get something else.
It's super flexible, better than your average grade 3 searcher. You can kill it, and it has the name, so you can shuffle it back.
There's a lot of stuff in this deck where it's like better than your average whatever. We'll talk about that when we get to grade 2s though.
Yeah. Alright, let's think. Before that though, trigger lineup. What we got here?
We're running 8 crit. Mostly because I was having it where these guys were stands, and just to spite Nicole, and it didn't really work out.
Unfortunately, because you only have the one 12k attacker, and it's like,
It's the rule of stand triggers. If you're gonna do it, you need at least 2
also
or 3
no
things.
on-hits,
Yep.
so.
You need at least 2 or 3 big things, at least a on hit.
Yeah. So we have the 2, of course, Musketeers, and then we have draw triggers, and this. Sunflower, because Sunflower's awesome.
I'd say Sunflower is the superior draw trigger.
And because we want to spite Nicole because she doesn't like Sunflower. This is Spite Nicole Doc Det.
Dot deck.
Doc Det. Yeah, I can't talk.
We're terrible people.
We are terrible people.
Oh well.
I'm sure she can handle it.
Yeah.
We do it all the time.
Like when you told her to cheat harder?
Yes, exactly like that.
Alright, grade 1s.
One more up. Go.
Of course, we've got 4 Rebecca.
Because people certainly know what she does.
Okay, what Rebecca does is that you counterblast 1, you retire a Musketeer, and then you look at the top 4 to see if there's another Musketeer. There's a lot of cards in the deck that do this. That's basically the gimmick of the Musketeers, is that you kill something to bring something else out. So she is definitely necessary.
Then you got your perfect guard.
Yeah, only 3 because they're expensive, and I don't have a lot of money. I would run 4, but...
As I go on in times, I see a lot more decks being able to run 3, because they can afford to with being able to hit hard, or keep big hands.
I don't have space.
Or if you don't have space. Like we mentioned before in the Zeal deck, if I didn't, you're going to find out now, I only use 3 because Zeal is big, especially when you make your opponent, 5. So you're probably not going to drag out too long anyway.
I think this deck also can get away with the 3 just because a lot of it is that you have extra guard, because these are Diet Paladins.
Yeah, at the moment I think the only thing I would play 3 in is Great Nature, because I need playsets of every grade 1, so they're hard up for room.
I see.
And then we've got 3 Corolla Dragon that will be replaced with the 9k and become 4 later on. And then we have Ruth. Ruth is, when she attacks, she gets +3, so she becomes 10 when attacking. She's really good for opening, like if you are lucky and you get a bunch of her in like the first time you're attacking, or when you're grade 2.
You really don't care if she dies like most decks would. So.
Basically, this deck doesn't care if rear guards die. Oh, did you kill a rear guard? They're just gonna come back later.
You kill enough of them, I go +2. What are you going to do about it?
So she's nice, and also even later on, when you just like, let's say later on, you use like someone's skill to kill somebody, and you get her, and it's like, well, she can either boost or she can be up there in front. She works very nicely. So
Best K clone because she's active from turn 1.
And grade 2s. We have Kaivant. Kaivant is the same skill as Rebecca here. So yeah, a lot of them in the deck. There's 4 of him. And then we've got Augusto, which I love this guy.
Bedivere.
Yeah.
That is to say, 12k attacker. As long as you have that Musketeer Vanguard, which is always.
Yeah, he doesn't work on Vanguard though. He's only rear guard.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It doesn't matter. He does his job and he does it well. And then we have Almira. She is a damage adder. This is one of the few decks where I'd actually say damage adders are a good idea.
They're okay. I mean, if you can throw away enough cards and get that CC off pretty early, it's neat.
Yeah.
I mean, if nothing else, she has that Musketeer name, so she's never detrimental, so to speak.
Yeah. That. Yeah, shuffle these back.
He's back.
Yeah, there's been many times where I've had to get one off using her because it got stuck in damage. And speaking of her, grade 3 time. Look at all that text.
Basically, she can kill one each turn and check the top 5 for a new one, unlike their top 4. She does that completely for free, so
Yeah.
no worries there. And then her limit break lets you counterblast 1, take 5 of the non-trigger Musketeers in your drop zone, shuffle them into the deck, and then call 2 of her.
Yep.
Which you will then be killing because they're grade 3 and you don't want those on your field.
Yeah, so you basically kill them in order to get something else for intercept. Basically, this deck does a shit ton of intercepting.
And doesn't care.
Yep, and does not care.
You can guard everything you want. It's just hotter.
So that being said, this guy's job is to die.
Yeah.
And to die hard.
It's because he's black, isn't it?
He's black. Oh, he is the Black
Black
Lily
Lily
Musketeer.
Musketeer.
Oh dear.
I mean, he's not like god awful because you can make a 20k column with it, or just hit cross-ride numbers in general with anything. But for the most part, he's nothing spectacular at the moment.
Hey guys. Hi. We're doing a video. So yeah.
They don't have that 9k booster yet though, so he really suffers.
Yeah, when 9k booster comes, most likely one of these guys is gonna die and go over here to become the 4th 9k booster.
Or an Almira.
Yeah. That or an Almira. So yeah, that is the deck.
Alright, well, any last words about it, Elliot?
I don't know what to say.
How about you?
I love this deck so much. This really has become one of my favorite decks of all time.
Cool.
Maybe it's just not my cup of tea, because, I mean, with things like Tsukiyomi and Grand Blue, you at least know exactly what you're getting and when. This has that random element that I don't quite like, even though I like the concept of being able to do whatever, whenever, and don't care.
Yeah, it's basically don't care the deck. Kill my rear guards? Don't care. Bring out this thing? Don't care. Is everything dead? I don't care. It's going back in.
Alright then. Well, bye everybody.
Bye bye.
So after this, I guess we'll have this do a match too.
Yep.